Thursday. It is I, your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend, Joe Seavey. And happy Thursday, everybody. And Thursday is part of our creative writing series that we like to call Picture This. And for those of you who've never been here before or just swinging by and don't know what we're talking about, Picture This is an exercise that I do. It's for part of our creative writing exercise. And what it is I show you guys a photograph, and then we write something pertaining to what the photograph is showing us. And why do we do this? What is Picture This used for? Well, it's just a creative mind exercise for songwriters, especially. Well, for anybody who's a writer. I look at the image, and the image tells a story, and you have to sit down and be creative and write. When you see an outline of a movie, a synopsis of a movie, it tells you a brief description of what the film's about, right? Well, a photograph should do that to you as far as like what you should write about based on the image that you're looking at. So, when I had my own studio for years, and you're not always feeling creative. Some days you feel really creative, and other days you feel like just being lazy and you don't have any creative thoughts in your mind. So how do you jumpstart your creativity or turn on that, that valve, that creative valve? Where does it come from? Well, sometimes you got to make it turn on, even when you're not ready for it. And so this is one of those little exercises that I've been using over the years that helps me sort of jumpstart my creativity. And so in this picture, which I'm going to show you in a few minutes here, sometimes you'll see like Google Images or whatever, and there'll be a bunch of images that pop up on your screensaver or whatever, and they're like vivid in colors, or they're like hot air balloons, or an aerial view of Italy, or you see those screensavers. And once in a while, you'll see not just like a beautiful landscape or like a misty river or whatever, but you'll see like in this case, I was going through different photographs, and I found this wonderful picture. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to turn my camera around so you can see the image. So that's a cool picture. I love the picture. The two old people, beautiful older couple that probably been through all kinds of adventures together from when they were young and reckless, and now they're wiser and older, and they're still in love. And that's what I loved about the picture. And it invoked so much emotion for me. Not that I'm that age, but I've been with the same person for so many years, and the journey that, two people share as partners is really wonderful, and to have somebody in your life that you can always count on and know is always there through everything, good and bad, like they say on the wedding vows, for rich or for poor, in sickness and in health, all that stuff, that is all true, when you're with somebody that long. And so it gave me a lot of fuel for writing, to come up with ideas for this particular photograph. And so I'm gonna show you the words that I wrote based on this. Now, again, I say this to you guys every week. There is no wrong way to do this. That photograph to you could have invoked you thinking about your grandparents, and you wanted to write it about your grandparents and how much you missed them or whatever. I mean, there's a million ways and avenues you could have went with that photograph. And like I said, no wrong way. You are the president of your universe. So whatever you write is right. There's no one's going to grade you or say it was wrong. It's your creative mind. You create the story. It's all yours. So I'm gonna read to you now what I wrote for it. Okay. Here it is. We've only got tonight. Might not be here tomorrow. Life's too short to fight or fill your heart with sorrow. At times the road's been strange, but there's nothing I would change. I'm still in love and so amazed. You've made my life a holiday. Now, when people see the word holiday, they think of like Christmas or like, holidays, British people call holiday a vacation. I don't know why holiday popped up in my mind, but it just did. And then, I wanted the words to almost be like a love letter to the person. Like if I was that guy in the picture, if I was the man, and we're sitting there together, me and my wife, and watching the sunset together, and we're sitting down and we're, just happy in our own company together. What would I want to say to this woman who's been through this journey with me the whole time? That's kind of, one day at a time. So like, every day, you only have tonight, we don't know if we're going to be here tomorrow, especially, the older you get, no one knows how long they're going to be here. So, that's kind of where I came from with the idea of some of the words that I came up with. And I can't wait to see what you guys write to this, because, every single person, if you were to give 20, 30, 40, 100 people, 200 people that photograph, and you told them, write down kind of in a poetic or a songwriting way, like a chorus, what would you say based on looking at that photograph? And you're going to get 200 different ideas, So every single person, if you could give 200 people that photograph and tell them, write down what you see, or emotionally write down what you see based on that picture, it's the combinations would be endless, and the topics would be endless, it's like, it's like when you give, if you were to give, oil paints and canvases to, a ton of different people, you're going to get a million different pictures, and everyone has the same material, but what they produce is totally different from one person to the next. So, it's going to be really interesting to hear you guys and your take on what this, what that image did for you and what it made you feel like after you really took it in, looked at it, and then you imagine yourself in it, or not even yourself, but you imagine, like I said, it could be your grandparents you thought about, that picture made you think about your grandmom and grandfather who may be no longer with us, or, and because that went through my mind too, like those different scenarios. But, I only based it on, we can only base things through our own eyes and our own experiences, because, not everybody grew up the same way, even me and my sister, we're worlds apart, and we grew up in the same house with the same mother, and we couldn't be polar opposites of each other. So, everyone internalizes everything differently. And, but based on that photograph, the picture, those are the words. I'm going to recap one more time for you so you get the gist one more time. Here's my words one more time. We've only got tonight, might not be here tomorrow. Life's too short to fight or fill your heart with sorrow. At times the road's been strange, but there's nothing I would change. I'm still in love and so amazed. You've made my life a holiday. And, it's so true when you really love somebody and you find that person that you just want to be with all the time. It makes your life feel beautiful. And so that's why I said, I'm still in love and so amazed you've made my life a holiday, So, guys, I hope you enjoy this writing exercise. I hope you enjoy the photograph. I can't wait to see what you guys wrote to this. That is all the time we have for today until tomorrow when we put a melody to this bad girl. Until then, this is your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend Joe Seeby. Have a wonderful night. I will see you guys tomorrow. Sleep well. All right, guys. Peace.